Welcome back to WSNX Snakesville Local News, and this is
What's
happening
tonight?
Welcome to Blab Rats, the show where we play recordings of broadcasters who were the subjects of government experiments. My name's Host, and this is my man, Producer. What's up, Producer?
Hey, not much. How you doing?
Not too bad. How's everything in your world?
Peachy keen, as the kids say these days.
Yeah, should we say big up to small talk real quick?
I think we probably ought to. I think it's about that
All
time.
right. Big up to small talk. So what else has been going on in your world? How's Janine? Is she still in your life, or?
You know, Janine's on one of her walkabouts. As you know, it's been a long road for Janine and I in the Clints, but yeah, right now it's just me and the kids because Janine's the pressure of the quintuplets has gotten to her, and there might be a chance that could happen. So,
Well, I just hope you had a chance to say goodbye, mate.
before she went waltzing Matilda, yeah, but you know, we knew she could that this was her way, right? We knew it was a chance that she might pick up and leave again one day. So
That's true.
wish we could say we were surprised, but unfortunately, those breaks.
Yeah. This segment brought to you by Outback Steakhouse, and good luck to Janine and her walkabout. All right, let's say goodbye to small talk and maybe say hello to somebody who's going to be tending a bar around the podcast zone. And why don't you introduce her? Is he on the mic right now, producer?
I am. Hi, I'm Mark Franklin,
Listen.
the bartender at the bowling alley where all this shit's going down, man. That's pins getting knocked over and just stinks like whatever they spray in the shoes, and just really enjoying the smells and sounds of bowling.
Yeah, one of our favorite parts of radio is the smells. So let's talk
Yeah.
more about the smells and the sights. The sights too. We focus a lot on sights on in our favorite shows.
Oh man, so many balls around and pins.
No, Mark, it's true, isn't it, that the balls are what brought you to this location to look for a job?
It did, yeah. I said, where can I find the most balls under one roof? And they said the bowling alley. And so I got in my dune buggy and sped right there.
Yeah. Mark's got a great dune buggy. He took me for a ride last week up on the dunes,
Oh boy.
and
Yep.
we flipped. But
Flip your lids.
Yeah.
we flipped our lids, and we flipped some brewskis up in
Yeah.
our
A few birds and some caps too.
Oh yeah. We're shooting caps and eating birds.
What's your favorite drink to make here at the Lanes?
Oh man, I'm a big fan of.
Can I interject here?
Please.
Can I just say my favorite drink of Mark's that I've had? The way you make a dirty bowling ball thumb hole is just so much better than any other.
They don't teach you that one in bartending school. I'll tell you that.
My favorites. I'm torn between your Jonathan Taylor, Tom Collins, and your Daiquiri Ty Bryant as my favorite drink of yours.
I'll tell you, they're both top shelf beverages that I make at the bowling alley. So come on down to old bowling lanes, and I'll make either one of them for you. You know, if you need a ride, I can come pick you up. Dune buggy. If you live on a dune, works great. if you live on one of those regular roads, not so great. But maybe we'll call you an Uber. You know?
Are you a Duber? A dune buggy Uber?
Oh yeah. Yes. That is me. My friends always call me Duber.
Yeah. What's up, Duber?
Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I'm good at making the drinks. I smell the shoes and spray them, and then I also drive a dune buggy in my free time. So nice to meet you. Yep.
That kicks ass. All right. Well, let's tell them a little bit about our show today, shouldn't we?
Today's episode is it's called Hair Buds, and it's about buds and hair and buds.
Alright, well, this sounds like some fucked up government experiment. Roll damn tapes, producer. Roll damn tapes. These broadcasters have no memories of the words they read.
Alright, welcome to Hairbuds, the show where three guys with passions for hair and passions for friendship talk about hair and their lives and Hollywood sometimes too. My name's Lil Steve Van Sisio, and here are my co-hosts.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Butchie Ebert.
And I'm Roper Roundtree.
I'm rocking my traditional look, my no comb, no brush look, because I have uncombable hair syndrome, and that's who I am.
Yeah, fuck UHS.
That's how I live. Fuck UHS, man. I didn't choose this. You can't mark something some for someone they were born with.
Nah, I'm saying fuck the syndrome, not you for having it. I keep forgetting that we're doing
fuck
hockey.
you.
Why? You turned into a weird Italian.
Yeah, for a second there, I was talking in a weird voice. But I was just making light of the syndrome that you have and not that you have it.
Uncontrollable Italian syndrome.
Yeah.
We all have diseases here.
Yeah, this is a disease group of guys. We made it a disease
We're the
acceptance workshop.
That's why but we might be diseased, but that we still all love our hair, uncombable or not.
And a fellow man.
Yeah, whether we're brush guys
And
or
speaking-
whether we're brush guys or whether we're comb guys or finger guys.
Or just hard fan guys.
Yeah, you just stand in front of a fan with it blowing hard at your hair.
Yes.
It's a good idea.
I am an engineer in my free time.
Everybody knows that Roper's an engineer when he's not working on his hair. That's how he's engineered such good haircuts.
My dad was an engineer, and my dad's dad was a barber, but his dad also was an engineer, and then two fathers above him also a barber. Excuse me. I get emotional when I talk about my great granddad.
Did you only get to meet him once?
Yeah, believe it or not, no.
Oh, that's tragic. Twice?
No, he was dead 150 years before I was born.
Whoa, was he a slave guy?
He was a slave guy, yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
thought-
sounds like he was a pretty big
Yeah.
slave guy.
Yeah, engineer, I know what that means. Air quotes.
I was named after
Social
him.
engineer. Eugenics.
Social
I'm calling eugenics.
Yes. He
How do you think I
engineered-
got this terrible head of hair?
What are you
A
talking?
eugenics mistake going wrong. Present tense.
It's a sad world. History is a dark, dark thing.
What we got? What was going on in the hair news today, guys?
Hair news.
It's been a pretty windy week, I know that. That's been pretty bad news for a lot of us hair people out there that have real hair. The wind has been a real problem for our real hair.
Yeah, a lot of my former favorite celebs, they got their hair blown to bits this week and captured on camera. But why?
Yeah, it was embarrassing, and their records and their film sales went down because of it. Because everybody knows hair is the most important part of a person.
There's nothing worse than when you turn a fan on and blow your hair one direction, and then you
Yeah.
walk out the door and that wind does the exact opposite
Yeah,
and blows it the other direction.
I couldn't agree more. Inside, I'm Harry Styles, and outside, I'm Harry Stylist. When that wind gets in my hair, am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Hair.
Hair
So-
day going tomorrow.
Hair was in the news this week because the high-profile murder case about the famous Vidal Sassoon Jr. got murdered, and some hair was left at the crime scene, and they're wondering if it's a piece of some hairy cut, or if it's from a murder man.
They were saying that the hair was fresh, cleaned hair that was clean with Tresemme. Ooh la la.
And he only washed with the herbal essences, so it's immediately that's a huge red flag for me.
Huge red flag.
Little Stevie Von Cisco.
Old Stevie Von Cisco.
That's just little Stevie Von Cisco's hot take on it.
I bet it was a frame job.
Where the bangs framed the face?
Yes. He was framed by Johnny Sassoon of the Vidal Sassoon family.
It's a frame job. That was one of my most recent haircuts was a frame job.
I got framed up so good, I got compliments.
Yeah. It really made my jaw look nice.
Oh,
That's what
nice
hair's
jaw.
good
Did you
for.
get a haircut?
Yeah, that's what people always say. They go,
Wow, look at
your
that
jaw
jaw.
looks fantastic. Did you get a haircut? What other news happened with hair today?
Hair
There
today, gone tomorrow. Hey.
In hair news, Stevie Wonder's hairline has moved back yet another inch, defying the laws of gravity. Also in hair news this week, we lost a great head of hair when Taylor Hawkins from Foo Fighters passed away.
Bless his follicles.
Brush in peace, Taylor.
Coleman rest. R.I.P. to another great head of hairs. I agrees. All right.
Headbang in heaven with God.
Now let me ask you a question. Who's on your? Does he make your Mount Rushmore?
Not to speak
Butch?
ill of the dead. Not to speak ill of the dead, but no. He does not make my Mount Rushmore as a his.
Roper, what do you think? What's it? Taylor Hawkins on your
No,
best head of hair,
Strom
Mount
Thurmond does
Rushmore?
not make my Mount Rushmore. Neither does the other Taylor person you were talking about.
Well, you guys are. I got Strom Thurmond and Taylor Hawkins on my Mount Rushmore for sure. They're locks. The other two, I'm not so sure. I think you guys gotta name your two, and then I'll finish out my Mount Rushmores.
Mine,
Diane
so you go first, sorry. Lady
Diane
first.
Feinstein and Diane Feinstein and Harvey Firestone.
Mine, the lady who played Cleopatra Jones and Carrie from the movie Carrie Sissy Spacek.
All right, and then all right. So my final two, the third member of my Mount Rushmore is the guy that does those funny sounds from the Police Academy movies.
Michael Winslow?
Michael Winslow. That guy's got a gray head of hair, and nobody notices because his voice is like a computer. And my
Amazing.
fourth head of hair, Mount Rushmore, my Thomas Jefferson is Benjamin Franklin. One of the greatest heads of hair. People don't talk about it enough.
He was the first guy to go long when he was bald. He said, I know I'm
Yep.
bald, but I'm growing it out anyways, like a real white trash grandpa.
Yep, I can still grow. I'm a grower, not a shower.
Beautiful
Party in the back.
tubular white curls hanging over his ears like some sort of log booby trap.
Riddled his hair riddled with pubic lice from his beautiful French whores.
Which was at the time a high-class sign of your wealth. You know, when people saw a cock lice in your hair, they knew you were fancy.
That's what the tubes were for. The
Is
ear
that-
tubes.
In aristocratic society, it's used as
So they
currency.
could hear around the lice. Otherwise, all they could hear is like scuttling. So they
the
needed those
scuttle
ear
of the
tubes.
lice.
So they could hear around the scuttling of the lice of the cock lice all in their hair.
No, I meant for the cocks, and then the lice jump from the pubes onto the tubes. Straight from pube to tube.
It's a pube tube commute.
Funneling lice straight to the heads of our greatest leaders.
Well, I guess that wraps up the Mount Rushmore.
No, you guys gotta name your two more.
Oh, we
You
got
guys-
two more. Dos más.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a twofer. I'm gonna do Edgar Winter. And I'm gonna do Edgar Winter and Hulk Hogan. So to sum it up, My hair, Mount Rushmore, is Hulk Hogan, Edgar Winter, Sissy Spacek from Carrie, and the lady who plays Cleopatra Jones.
Is this Butch Ebert's Mount Rushmore or Hitler's?
No. It's Butch Ebert, I promise.
Is your middle name Arian or something? Because, whoa, Mount Rushmore.
No, my middle name.
Where's Michael Winslow? You don't even have
Patrick.
Michael Winslow?
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't think he holds. I couldn't choose between Winter and Hulk Mania, you know?
Andre the Giant's sitting right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Andre the Giant would be a good guy to have. Rope around. Tree.
Rope around tree, okay.
That
Mount
is
Rushmore,
weird.
baby.
Okay, anyways, so who's on your Mount Rushmore
Who's on
now?
your
that-
Mount Rushmore?
I couldn't choose between Edgar Winter and the Hulk Hogan, so I had to have the Hulk Hogan and Edgar Winter together.
I would go Joey Lawrence Adams
Whoa.
Whoa!
and
Whoa!
and the guy who played the Hulk in the old Hulk TV show, to piggyback off your Hulk.
Lou
that you mentioned.
Ferrigno?
Lou Ferrigno?
Yes,
Ferrigno?
The smartest
Quite-
Italian?
quite possibly yes.
The world's smartest Italian and best Italian actor?
His tits are the
Yes.
size of his brain.
That guy's the best.
Hulk. Wow, Hulk Hogan and Lou Ferrigno, a man who played a character called the Incredible Hulk. Wow, both of them
Unrelated,
are-
believe it or not.
Wow.
Total coincidence.
Chisel these in stone. Mount Rushmore, baby, put it up.
It happens. Sometimes you put out a question and you get a couple Hulks. It's just the way the cookie sometimes crumbles.
That's just the way life works, isn't it?
Now I'm
Sometimes.
wondering if I should take out Benjamin Franklin and put up Mark Ruffalo.
Ooh!
Why?
Because he played the Incredible
No
Hulk.
reason.
Oh.
Oh, no reason.
Oh, just because he's Italian. I mean, he has a nice head of hair.
He does sound.
Do
very-
I am going new.
No, I don't want to. Before we get to the mailbag, I got something to ask you, mailbags.
It's called a ball sack, but please go on.
What, I don't mean to go there, but I gotta go there again. Our fans want us to go there again. Brush v. Comb v. Nothing. The rematch. We're talking about it. Who's a brush man? Who's a combs man? And who's that? Hands man.
I ain't touching no fucking comb or brush, I'll tell you that. Shit, my
Whoa, okay.
voice is all over the place.
Well, how about you tell me why that is?
Well, because,
Have you even used a brush ever in your life?
well, yeah, I got UHS, you freaking idiots.
Unbrush
Uncombable
my
hair syndrome. You
hair.
think that stops at my pubic line? You think I can comb that shit into a dapper dandy? I don't think so. Do you know what it's like having uncombable pubes?
Do you think though, did you ever could think about what it would be like if you had combable hair? How would you comb it? Would you want to use a brush? Would you want to use a comb?
No. I'd carry one with me, but it'd be novelty. It'd be made of ivory because I hate elephants.
Because of what they did to your mother.
Absolutely, they stomped her to death.
It was a massacre. Let's not talk about
It's
that.
it's the only time in recorded history where they actually heard elephants laughing after they killed someone.
I find that hard to believe.
They could cry, they could laugh. That was the headlines.
Yeah,
And it
they
was,
always,
there was my mother stamped to get dead by a bunch of elephants named Stampy and Stampy Jr. and Stampy the Third.
they always show them crying when their mothers die, but they never show them laughing when our mothers get trampled by
But
them.
they're killing our mothers. They're killing our mothers.
These elephants have been a problem for far too long.
They're trained to kill.
I saw them celebrating in a neighborhood off Brooklyn when the World Trade Center came down. It was all over Fox News.
That's the news. It covers things that are important to foxes, which is we all know elephants are important to foxes.
Which is when elephants are in trouble.
Many
That's what
elephant-related fox squishings all over the Serengeti and wherever else elephants and foxes coexist.
Well, they're pretty much everywhere. Zoos all over the country. Often in the same exhibit, and they just go at each other the whole time. It's crazy seeing them.
Now, Roper, you're a brush man, I understand.
I'm a fan man. I will not use no brush or no comb because I'm just fancy like that. I like the way the fan blows my hair into a perfectly sculpted ocean wave that flows from one side of my head to the other, and then I just walk out the door.
Is this a hair fan? A hand fan?
It's a specially made, engineered by my ancestral engineers hair fan, yes.
Oh, it's an ancestral heirloom.
Heritage? It's part of my heritage, yes.
Your heritage. Heirloom. Heritage. Type of fan there? That's pretty cool.
Yes. The reason I don't use a brush or a comb is I don't want to go into one of those combas.
Comatose.
I have heard that many people have ended up in combas, and I find it absurd that people still continue to use combs with that in mind.
Well, just to set the story straight on combs, combs are perfectly safe to use as long as if you're going to quit, you don't quit cold turkey.
3 strikes, you're out at the old Turkey Lanes bowling alley. You'll want no mas pollo once you've co-made at El Pavo Loco.
And you'll be fine. You gotta get littler and littler combs and comb it out just a littler and littler until it's just a really little comb, and then you're done. And then you can. But if you just quit comb turkey like that, you're gonna be in trouble.
The best option is just not to start.
I've been combing my whole life. Y'all are wrong. Combing is just fine. The teeth do a real good job of moving my hairs around my scalp when I need to rearrange them in ways that are more pleasing to my eye. And I'm shoving hair here, and I'm yanking hair there, and it feels like a really cool, like I'm a dog getting pet by a big person. And I love combing my hair with my comb.
It's never made you bleed uncontrollably like I have seen in the movies?
No, never. I've got a Combing for the Cure race coming up this weekend, where we are trying the people like me who can rearrange the hair on their head with ease and comfort are gonna all put our hair in a good arrangement with our combs, and then we're gonna run in a race to raise money for UHS, for us, because this is enough. I'm sick of these people not being able to comb their hair. We gotta get a solution. And pomade's not working.
We need UHS suffrage too. It's time for us to be able to vote. It's time to give us our voting rights back.
And their rights to own land.
Just because we can comb our hair doesn't mean that we can't stroke our pens, sirs.
And their rights to go to school. People don't know this, but people with UHS are not allowed to get educated in America.
Just because I specifically don't know how to read or write doesn't mean that all people with UHS don't know how to read or write.
Yeah, it's true. That most of them do. You just can't read or write.
That's just me because
you just don't know how to read and write.
Because I'm stubborn.
Yeah, you just won't sit down and take the time to learn.
I just don't want to. It's stupid.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'd rather not comb or brush my hair.
With a beautiful, Byzantine peak of hair like that, who needs to learn to read or write? Why would you? Why would you bother?
That's what I'm saying, whatever that means.
Hey, look, I think it's about time,
I can't read or write.
And that's why I'm the one saying this, because you're not... Well, every time they hold up the cue cards, you just blow right past them.
I thought those were just funny pictures.
Yeah, that's what words look like to you.
Chugga, 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 drop, drop.
Here comes the drop monorail. Monorail drop future.
Monorail drops of the future. Drops of
Monorails
Jupiter.
only play in future.
Drops of Jupiter in her hair by train. Monorail drop.
My monorail only plays future.
Hey, you're listening to Blab Rats. Back to the program.
Tuesday nights on CNBC.
Uh-huh.
Doctor Who Dat.
Oh, I think I see some evidence on extraterrestrial over here.
He brings you sights, frights, and Cajun delights.
Oh, these Daleks are gonna invade us over here just in time for Mardi Gras?
Doctor Who Dat,
Dr. Hyun.
starring Dr. John as Doctor Who Dat.
Who, Dr. Hyun? I'm Dr. Who that? But I will gladly play a little piano for you right now.
Piano Man extraordinaire and intergalactic time travel Cajun.
Oh, I'm a time lord. I come here from the future on the past all at the same time, you see, Hyun? And I'm gonna protect the Earth from all of these invading aliens, but only after I have a little bit of crawfish gumbo.
The future is a gumbo, and Doctor Who Dat is the only ingredient it ever needs.
I'm the only thing in time and space that will protect us from all these interlopers. Huh?
The stick figures and poses. Those are letters, actually.
I can read hieroglyphs.
But here's
that
some
help?
hieroglyphs from our fans out there in listener land. It's time for us to check out the mailbag.
Mailbag.
Grab this bag, put it in your mouth. It's mailbag time. And the first letter we have is for little Stevie Van Cisco. Stevie, when did you first know you were gonna be a real deal hair guy for life?
I'd say when I first got my first comb magazine sent to me, I was only 6 years old, and it was addressed to the previous tenant where we lived at the time. But I opened it right up and I took it in my room. I kept it on my pillow. That thing I kept with me for the next 30 days until the next issue arrived, and I was hooked on combs, brushes, not using them, but just studying them. I just think that they're really interesting.
What is your favorite comb of all history?
Probably the 1953 Red Balloon. It's a French piece, beautiful comb, simple handle, elegant design.
Okay, well that's it. Did anybody else have any questions from the mailbag?
Let me see the mailbag for a second.
Yeah, you take a look inside there, Ropey.
Let me
Find it,
root
find it.
around and find a question for you.
Dig real deep in there.
Butch, my old friend Butch.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you.
Oh shoot.
When you, what did you were a brush guy? Yes. When you.
I'm a comb guy. I'm a comb guy
Oh,
for
you're a
life.
comb guy. Fuck, are you
I
both
fucking
comb
dare
guys
you.
now?
I fucking dare you. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this question over my shoulder, and just ask you a personal one. Have you ever had a fan blow on you in your life, or have you felt the luscious way a fan sculpts your hair like a Patrick Swayze molding a clay vase over your shoulders or something?
I one time felt a fan on me, but it hit my. I'm tall, and the room I was in was a short person's room, and the fan was pretty low, and it hit my head as soon as I turned on the light, because it was one of them fans what's attached to the light, and it turned on and it popped my melon, and I've had a bald spot. I mean, it hit me there, and I had a temporary bald spot on that part of my head for a while. So I don't like fans no more.
I got a follow-up question. How quickly did the hair grow back from the bald spot?
The normal amount of time hair takes to grow back, about like
Fascinating.
you know,
20
like
seconds, 30 seconds.
3 hours maybe. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The normal amount of time. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely more normal than 37 years or whatever some people might have experienced for hair to grow in the first place.
Yeah, I think so. That's normal.
All right, Dave. Hey, funnel that mailbag over here.
Oh boy, you want to get into this mailbag?
Oh,
Pass
yeah.
this ball
Oh.
bag around.
Wow, there's a lot more to this than I thought.
Yeah, it's a pretty substantial bag.
Now
You look like Santa.
let me just open up. Oh, this is a good one. What's your favorite color hair? Thanks, mysterious listener.
I'm a classic dark brown guy.
I prefer eye-searingly bright white.
I just like 'em bald, straight, no hair. I'm not really into hair and partners.
You are the one who you want you to be the one with the hair. You don't want
That's
them to
right.
have
I'm
no
the
hair.
hair guy. You're the hairless girl.
You're the skin lady. I'm the hair guy.
That's right.
You ever holler at a skin bird?
Oh yeah.
You don't know what a skin bird is? That's one of them ladies what hangs out with skinheads. There's like a lady skinhead, and sometimes they'll have like that little. They'll be like totally bald, but have like a little Charlie
ladies
Brown
are
on the front
skinheads
with
too.
some
Okay,
sideburns.
they don't need to be called. They don't need a special word. They're skinheads too. They're just as equal to any other skinhead.
Not in skin, Brad. They don't like equality in skinhead culture. Actually, I don't know if you knew that, but they're more of a like your place type
well,
of
I
people.
just watched a 60 Minutes piece that you might find very interesting because it said this lady skinhead was changing the way that people thought about skinheads, and she was bringing more equality to the skinhead culture. Did you see that piece?
I did not see that piece. You'll have to forward me the links to that.
She's so brave, this lady skinhead.
Roger or Frank or whatever your name was, Van Siskel, your
Little Stevie
testicles
Van Siskel?
must have dropped in the last 5 minutes because you got
Goddamn
real
right.
burly.
Well, sometimes when you have UHS, it's accent disorder. Side effects to side effects that didn't include back babble disorder, metasickness, Hat's disease, suffix dysplasia. They don't teach you that in med school, but the hair has more to do with the accent you speak with than with any other thing in your entire body
It's an attitude.
or environment. It's an attitude. It's a lifestyle.
Now, when
So-
you guys
It might sound like we have 27 hosts, but it's just 3.
When
20,
you-
1, 2, and then 25.
when you guys get out of the shower, your head feels like it's covered in a bunch of spaghetti, right?
Mine feels like lightning has shot down from the sky and hit me straight in it. That's
Mine
what
feels-
coming out of the shower feels like.
Mine feels like a bunch of seaweeds on my head.
It feels like somebody took a baseball bat and smashed me right in the nuts.
You hate showers too?
It feels like I stepped out a roller skate and then fell down a water slide for some reason.
A water slide?
It felt like a pratfall.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well,
But thank God for hair is all I can
Well-
say. Thank God for hair and thank God for God. He has blessed me with this
Hair.
beautiful head of hair.
thank you for real hair that's definitely there on the top of my head. all
Hair
the
can't
time.
live without it. Can't live without it.
Yeah, we'd all be dead without it. I'll tell you that much. Okay.
Today's podcast brought to you by Guns.
It was a great episode, guys. Yeah. Today's podcast is brought to you by Craig's Gun Store down around the corner. Go get it, your favorite type of guns, especially if you're bald. They got a bald man's discount. Your widow can sell it back.
The bald man's discount is the term for suicide.
The bald man's discount. You get your life half off. You go down there. The deal is you go down there. You buy one of the guns. You use it to commit a bald man.
Lose your hair, lose your life.
Bald man suicide. And your widow gets a 50% rebate if she returns the gun. 75% store credit.
When you walk in the door, you take off the hat I assume you're wearing because you're bald, and you show him your head, and he just starts crying, and he hands you a loaded shotgun.
Yeah.
And then you take your dune buggy home, or whatever vehicle you may drive, and, but
But it better be quirky.
it's a different character. You take your regular... Yeah. You take your vehicle, your motorized vehicle pod home, and you take your head off because that's worth something, unlike your fucking bald head, and then you pull the trigger when the gun's in your mouth.
Yeah, and then your wife can give that hat to a real man later.
Yeah.
And then you have your loved one return the gun to the store.
And that's where she gets either the 50% cash back or 75%
Which you do still have to mail in
value
for.
returns towards anything in the store if she wants to kill herself.
And the very, very hairful proprietor of the gun shop will then make sweet love to your widowed wife and will impregnate her with seed, with child.
With Scott's new lawn fertilizer seed, impregnate you with good deals.
Scots, don't trust your lady around a Scotsman.
Nope. Craig's Gun Shop, home of the bald man's discount. Tell your wife.
They'll impregnate your fucking wife.
Yeah, that sounds, oh yeah. And also...
That's all right. We could probably be done with the hair.
And anyways, that was it for us. I'm the hair guys. Here, Budz. We'll see you here again next week. Sorry, not sorry. See you here again next week. Support UHS charities around the country for people who can't comb their hair and lop it on top of itself like I do every day. I take it for granted that I can just comb my hair easily and lop it on top of itself.
One day you too could wake up and just find yourself unable to run a comb through your hair. Donate today, so if that is you, we can solve this problem and make our hair combable. Alright.
Guerrilla warfare of our minds. Alright, well that was one wild ride, weird ride. I never heard hair be so interesting. Welcome back to Blab Rats. This is your host, and producer. What the heck did you think about that hair piece?
Well, as a bald guy, I was pretty offended by chunks of it.
Wow. Do you think that was maybe part of what they were trying to accomplish? In this experiment, rifle up some.
I think maybe
with the bald community, or
I think we might have had some leadership in the government for a spell that was insecure about baldness and wanted to rid America of baldness, so we were the least bald country.
That's true. I still have my James Carville 2004 bumper sticker on my Ford Taurus.
Yeah.
I'm so pro bald politics. I just think they're better people.
Well, they do make less conflicted politicians. I mean, statistically speaking.
Let's bring Mark Duber. Hey, Duber Franklin, get your ass in here. Can you? You had a piece in. You heard that earbuds, didn't you?
Yeah, you were back there wiping down glasses while we were listening to that, weren't you?
Yeah, I was smelling the shoes and just thinking about my dune buggy and the rides I give over the app that bears my name. I think it's great. I think it's great that people with hair, just giant amounts of hair, are secure. And what were you saying? Something about politics? I don't follow politics. I find it a poor man's game, but
I suppose that's true. Well, yeah, I don't know. That was a wild. I can't believe they didn't talk about switchblade combs. But
Yeah, there was so many opportunities for a switchblade comb to be brought up. Questions about combs and if you could use any comb, what comb would you use? Type questions even.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, guys are some amateurs, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Missed opportunity at least. I mean, I guess. I wouldn't say amateur.
All right, well,
Tonight's show, we hope you guys liked this episode. As always, if you do have any input for our Patreon, our page treats and our page Patreon
Patriots.
page us up, hit us up on our pagers, or leave messages on the poster corkboards at your museums,
Hit those
libraries,
message
anywhere
boards,
where there's a town corkboard.
boards,
You
you'll
could
see us.
post a message, ask us what you need to ask us. It'll get to us one of these days. If you see any Snakesville evidence, hit us up. We're still in the hunt for some Snakesville stuff. So this episode is, of course, sponsored by first and foremost, it's sponsored by Duber, Dune Buggy Uber. If you live in the Dune region of this area and you need to get home, but you don't have a Dune Buggy of your own, well, you can just download the Duber app. And well, hey, Duber, you want to say anything about it? We got the founder of Duber here with us today.
Yeah, that's me, Duber, and I if you like dunes or happen to live on one, or if you'd like to buy a place on one, and you were concerned about the ability to get Uber rides from the top of your dune, I got you covered. So I own a dune buggy, and I have a phone, and really, I take texts, calls, whatever. Just give me a holler. I'll hop right in that son of a bitch, and I'll fucking jump up that dune in a second. You know.
Honestly, depending on how high where your dune is, you might just literally be able to yell and it could echo out over the valley.
I'm frequently around dunes, on them, or around them, and just give me a holler. I'll zip up your way.
All right. Also sponsored by Better Comb and Garden. Get your free 2-month subscription today when you sign up for a year subscription of Better Comb and Garden. Find out all the best ways to garden and also comb.
Also sponsored by the Switchblade Comb by Swiss Army, helping people look more dangerous by combing their hair since 1952.
This episode is sponsored by the UHS Fund at the NIH. That is the Uncombable Hair Syndrome Fund at the National Institute for Hair. They're really launching some great projects and some great research projects and treatments for UHS, and we're hoping to see us be eliminated sometime in our lifetime. So go to that, find it, donate to it, make us a distant memory. Yeah, us. UHS, us. If that's not clear, sorry. Well, all right, and then also this episode is also sponsored by the Elephant Stomping Relief Fund.
Fox News.
More and more people are stomped by elephants every year, and it's time that people were made aware of it, and we're told about it, and we stopped it, and fuck elephants. Elephant Stomping Relief Fund, sponsored by Fox News.
Stop stomping in its tracks.
Stomp out stomping. Once and for all.
Also brought to you by Elephant Stomp, an off-Broadway reproduction of the musical Stomp with elephants. Elephants on trash cans and elephants with trash cans. Elephant Stomp. It's percussion. It's the wildest percussion you've never seen. Alright, that's all for today's episode of Blab Rats. Thank you for listening. Until next time. Blah 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 rats.
Yeah, that would suck, and I would never want to be one of yous, and if I ever was one of yous, I'd kill myself.